videos. I have to say that it took a while for me to adjust properly back to my job and its shift pattern, so it didn't really leave me in a good frame of mind to make nice videos for you guys, so I thought I would just take a step back until I was ready, and now I am here. So this video, as you can tell from the title, is going to be more Asian fables. These were the first sort of story videos that I started making, and I have to say they are my favourites. They're just such nice little stories, and I know my last few videos had been more scary or hard hitting, so I thought a few fable stories would do us nicely today. So the first one I have found for us today is called How the Moon Became Beautiful. The moon is very beautiful, with its round, bright face, which shines with soft and gentle light on all the world of man. But once there was a time when he was not so beautiful as he is now. 6,000 years ago, the face of the moon became changed in a single night. Before that time, his face had been so dark and gloomy that no one liked to look at him, and for this reason he was always very sad. One day he complained to the flowers and to the stars, for they were the only things that would ever look in his face. He said, "I do not like to be the moon. I wish I were a star or a flower. If I were a star, even the smallest one, some great general would care for me, but alas, I am only the moon, and no one likes me. If I could only be a flower and grow in a garden where the beautiful earth women come, they would place me in their hair and praise my fragrance and beauty. Or if I could even grow in the wilderness where no one could see, the birds would surely come and sing sweet songs for me. But I am only the moon, and no one honours me." The stars answered and said, "We cannot help you. We were born here, and we cannot leave our places. We have never had anyone to help us. We do our duty. We work all the day and twinkle in the dark night to make the skies more beautiful. But that is all we can do," they added, as they smiled coldly at the sorrowful moon. Then the flowers smiled sweetly and said, "We do not know how we can help you. We live always in one place, in a garden near the most beautiful maiden in all the world. As she is kind to everyone in trouble, we will tell her about you. We love her very much, and she loves us. Her name is Chinio." Still, the moon was sad, so one evening he went to see the beautiful maiden, Chino, and when he saw her, he loved her at once. He said, "Your face is very beautiful. I wish that you would come to me, and that my face would be as your face. Your motions are gentle and full of grace. Come with me, and we will be as and so the moon went every night to see the maiden. He knocked on her window, and she came. And when he saw how gentle and beautiful she was, his love grew stronger, and he wished more and more to be with her always. One day, Chino said to her mother, "I should like to go to the moon and live always with him. Will you allow me to go?" Her mother thought so little of the question that she made no reply, and Chino told her friends that she was going to be the moon's bride. In a few days she was gone. Her mother searched everywhere, but could not find her. And one of Chino's friends said, "She has gone with the moon," for he asked her many times. A year and a year passed by, and Chino, the gentle and beautiful Earth Maiden, did not return. Then the people said, "She has gone forever. She is with the moon." The face of the moon is very beautiful now. It is happy and bright and gives a soft, gentle light to all the world. And there are those who say that the moon is now like Chino, who was once the most beautiful of all Earth Maidens. That was a nice little one. The next story I have here is called The Animals' Peace Party. The ancient books say that the pig is a very unclean animal and of no great use to the world or man, and one of them contains this story. Once upon a time, the horses and cattle gave a party. Although the pigs were very greedy, the horses said, "Let us invite them, and it may be we can settle our quarrels in this way and become better friends. We will call this a peace party." Generations and generations of pigs have broken through our fence, taken our food, drunk our water, and rooted up our clean green grass. But it is also true that the cattle children have hurt many young pigs. All this trouble and fighting is not right, and we know the Master wishes we should live at peace with one another. Do you not think it is a good plan to give a peace party and settle this trouble? The cattle said, "Who will be the leader of our party and do the inviting? We should have a leader, both gentle and kind, to go to the pigs' home and invite them." The next day a small and very gentle cow was sent to invite the pigs. As she went across to the pig's yard, all the young ones jumped up and grunted. "What are you coming here for? Do you want to fight?" "No, I do not want to fight," said the cow. "I was sent here to invite you to our party. I should like to know if you will come, so that I may tell our leader." The young pigs and the old ones talked together, and the old ones said, "The New Year feast will soon be here. Maybe they will have some good things for us to eat at the party. I think we should go." Then the old pigs found the best talker in all the family and sent word by him that they would attend the oxen and horses shall not hurt your children, and all the old troubles shall be forgotten from this day. Then one young pig stood up to talk. All this big pasture belongs to the master, and not to you, he said. We cannot go to other places for food. The master sends a servant to feed us, and sometimes he sends us to your yard to eat the corn and potatoes. The servants clean our pen every day. When summer comes, they fill the ponds with fresh water for us to bathe in. Now, friends, can you not see that this place and this food all belongs to the master? We eat the food and go wherever we like. We take your food only after you have finished. It would spoil on the ground if we did not do this. Answer this question. Do our people ever hurt your people? No, even though every year some of our children are killed by bad oxen and cows. What is your food? It is nothing, but our lives are worth much to us. Our master never sends our people to work as he does the horses and oxen. He sends us food and allows us to play a year and a year the same, because he likes us best. You see, the horses and oxen are always at work. Some pull wagons, others plough land for rice, and they must work, sick or well. Our people never work. Every day at a happy time we play, and you see how fat we are. We never see our bones. Look at the old horses and the old oxen. 20 years work and no rest. I tell you, the master does not honour the horses and oxen as he does the pigs. Friends, that is all I have to say. Have you any questions to ask? Is what I have said not the truth? The old cow said moo, moo, and shook her head sadly. The tired old horses groaned ha, ha, and never spoke a word. The leader said, my friends, it is best not to worry about things we cannot know. We do not seem to understand our master. It will soon be time for the New Year's feast day, so good night. And may the pig people live in the world as long and happily as the horses and the oxen, although our peace party did not succeed. On their way home, the little pigs made a big noise, and everyone said, we win, we win. Then the old horses and oxen talked among themselves. We are stronger, wiser, and more useful than the pigs, they said. Why does Master treat us so? And there's a little saying down the bottom, or maybe sort of like a figure of thought. Why have some more power than others? Only one knows. Why have some longer life than others? Only one knows. Why do some try and not succeed, while others do not try, and yet they do succeed? Only one knows. That is very relatable. I'll do one more little story, and I think I'll do another few stories in another video because I love these. The last story I'll do just now is called The Widow and Her Son. A widow had two sons, Yao Bao, a lad yet in school, and Yao Moi, who tilled the soil. Yao Moi, the elder, was a good man. He had worked hard for 30 years, but he had not gained riches. He sent Yao Bao to school and served his mother well. One year there were great rains. The grain all died in the ground, and the people of that country had nothing to eat. Yao Moi had debts which he could not pay, and when his harvest failed, he became poorer than ever before. Then there came a great famine, and 20,000 people died in that land. Yao Moi killed his oxen to keep his mother and brother from starving. Last of all, he killed the horses and mules, for it was yet 6 months before the time of harvest. Each time when he would kill for meat, the neighbours would come and beg food, and because he was sorry for them, he could not refuse. One widow came many times until she was ashamed to beg longer from the little that he had. Finally, she brought a girl child to him and said, "We are again starving. I will give you this girl for some meat. She is strong and can serve your mother." But Yao Moi said, "No, I will give you the meat. I cannot take your girl from you." So he gave her meat once more, and she took the meat home to her son. But when it was gone, and they were weak and fierce again with the hunger, the widow said, "We shall all die, unless one dies to save the others. My son can no longer walk. I will kill the girl child and save his life. He can then eat." Her son said, "No, do not kill the girl. Trade her to Yao Moi for meat." And the mother said, "Yao Moi will soon starve too, and then he will kill her. It is better that I do it." And she took the big sharp knife to make it sharper. She laid the girl down on a bench and prepared to kill, but Yao Moi passed by the house just then, and hearing the moans and screams, he stopped to ask the reason. And the widow said, "We are starving. We will have a funeral today. We will now kill and eat each other, that the last one may live until the time of the harvest." But Yao Moi said, "Oh no, do not kill the girl. I will take her home with me, and you can have meat in exchange for her." And he took her to his home and gave the widow many pounds of meat for herself and her dying son. 4 months passed by. Yao Moi had nothing in his own house to eat, and they were all starving. Yao Moi, his mother, his little brother, and the girl. When the death hunger came, and the mother saw that her sons must die, she said, "I will kill the girl." But Yao Moi said, "No, I think we shall not die. Let us sleep tonight and see. I think something surely will come. Better kill me than the girl child." So they went to bed that night. It was winter, and the house was cold and dark. There was no wood, no light, no food, and they were starving. Now, as the house grew more cold and dark, there came his waist. His hair was long and white, and his face was gentle and kind. And he called, Yao Moi, Yao Moi, Yao Moi, hearken unto my words. Do you know how many people are dead in this land? Yao Moi answered, No, but I do know there are many, for only 3 among 100 of all that were are now left. And the old man said, In every house but yours some have died, but those of your household are all alive. You have also saved the girl child. I know you are a good man. You have ploughed the soil for 30 years and have never complained about the heaven or the earth. The thunder and waters come, the winds blow and the earth quakes, and still you are a patient and kind man. You are good to your mother, you support your brother, send him to school, and are as a father to him. You have a kind heart for your neighbour's troubles. You live a good life, and because of this, you shall not starve. Tomorrow morning you must arise early and go to the east mountain by the wilderness. There you will find many meats and nuts and seeds. Bring them home to your family. I am a spirit sent from the greatest one to earth. After seeing these things, the man went out, and Yao Moi arose with great joy and told his family. Then he went to the east mountain by the wilderness, where he found corn and peanuts and the meat of 200 foxes already prepared to eat. And he was very glad and brought home much food and saved many lives. And it says down here the meaning of this story is, if people do good, they will have reward. I think more people should learn that and live by that. Well, I hope you enjoyed these 3 little fables. I will be back with many more of these because I love them. Thank you so much for coming back to me. If you are already a subscriber, I know and I've seen all your comments. I have a few faithful followers that I am so honestly grateful for and can't believe I have, that have been asking where I've been, which means the world, and I'm so sorry that I have been away. But like I said before, I want to give you guys my best as I learn and continue to grow in my channel, and I wouldn't feel great if I gave you subpar videos. So thank you so much for being patient. If you're new here, thank you for clicking, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you fancy subscribing to my channel, you will see plenty more videos like this. So thank you everybody who is supporting and watching. So